All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this. Happy Friday to everybody. Yeah, I am doing a little bit later this week. It's been a crazy week. I'm gonna wait a minute here, just as usual. I'm gonna wait a minute before we get started. Hey, good morning, George. How you doing, man? I saw you guys had a pretty hot one down there yesterday. Record breaking. I don't envy that. I don't miss that. I don't miss that. So before I get started on the shows and stuff, I'm gonna tell you a little story. What happened? So like the last probably 5 days, did a family vacation, and we were told we're gonna have internet and stuff like that. So you probably um, haven't seen a lot of postings this week yet. You'll see a bunch of them today, tomorrow, and throughout the weekend. But it was it didn't we, family trip and didn't have internet, so it was kind of nice. So I apologize for those of you that follow us that haven't seen a lot of posts this week. That's why didn't have internet where we were at. We're up in the mountains. It was nice, and sometimes you have to just kind of unplug. And a lesson learned: I should have planned better and delegated better, and I didn't. My fault, but lesson learned. So, but back at it now for a couple more days, and then I'll be on the road next week. I'm going to do a special live from my home state of Wisconsin. We'll be up there for an event, and I may or may not have a special guest on next week's live. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I it's George. It seems like it's been so long ago. Like I remember as a kid, you used to get up and you could go play, ride your bike, and you just had to be home before the streetlights came on, or as the streetlights were coming on. And it just doesn't seem like you can do that really anywhere. I know a couple people around here in Pennsylvania that do it with their kids, and it's kind of nice to see. But I think technology is good in a lot of ways, but it can be the devil as well as well. So it's good for business, seeing how this is pretty much an online business, but at the same time, you got to be able to unplug and just kind of step away from it for a while. And I think there's just so much negativity going on in the world. How do we switch that up? Free range chickens, right? I so no joke. It's funny that you say that, George. You said free range chickens. I got to comment on that real quick because where I was this past week, I went about 30 miles down the road was where the closest grocery store was, and we're out in the middle in the mountains. So we drive down the mountain into this town. And as I'm driving back to the campsite, there are chickens crossing. No joke, chickens crossing the road. Nobody's around, not a soul around, and these chickens are just out wandering. It's kind of funny. So I had to say that when you free range chickens, yeah, they're very much. All right, let's get started because this is not going to be very long. Uh, this week, here's what you missed on Heroes Media Group with the shows. The Arms Room. Arms Room this week, they got a new look. They got a new studio, and you got to check them out because this week they were discussing good training. What is good training? YouTube University, and how to select the right organizations for you when you go into any type of training. So check them out. They do their lives every Monday at 11 a.m. Next up, we have Time to Shine with Scott Ferguson, our man Scott, aka Fergie. He does his show every Monday through Friday, so 5 days a week. He's always got some great guests check him out. Time to Shine with Scott Ferguson. He did not disappoint this week. The Gary BRUGMAN show. Gary did a special dedication show yesterday. It was very heartfelt, about a young gal with his show. So go check him out. That's the Gary BRUGMAN podcast, and you can follow Gary. You know, when I realized this last week, and I didn't mention it, but when you go to the Gary show, you really have a hard time kind of finding him on Facebook, but he is on Instagram. So find him on Instagram. Let me see what else we got. We have For the Sake of the Child with our friends from the Military Child Education Coalition. If you watch this and you're in the military, you're transitioning out, or you have a family member that's in the military, get them in touch with MCEC, Military Child Education Coalition .org or militarychild.org. It's a great organization. This week was they learned about the Texas Purple Star campus designation. So if anybody who's getting ready to go to Texas, to be stationed anywhere in Texas, this is a great. It tells you about, like, how to, if you got kids, where to put your kids in school and so forth. So that's make sure you check them out. Let me see here. Next up, Not Your Average Operator. Episode 5. This week they talk about healthy masculinity. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute, because masculinity seems to be poorly understood in the modern Western world. It appears only to be defined as unhealthy or aggressive. You guys agree with that? Leave a comment below. Let me see what you guys say about that. Masculinity. Masculinity is not manliness. It's a group of traits available to all people, not just men. And we all need to develop some of it to live an effective life. And the guys, I didn't put in the different bullet points that they talk about. You can find it on the show page, but they go into about 7 or 8 different descriptions and what they talk about with masculinity. So check that out. That's Not Your Average Operator. And remember, folks, all the shows can be found on Heroes Media Group. Go to heroesmediagroup.com, or you can go to hmgpodcasts.com. Deborah, good morning. How are you? I miss you guys down there. I understand I was telling George earlier, it seems like it was pretty hot down there. Hope all is well. All right, and then last up that I have ready for this week is the Heroes Publish podcast. I mentioned it briefly last week, and I forgot to post it. So this week we're doing it again. Heroes Publish podcast with author Karl Monger. Karl is no stranger to the Heroes Media Group network. He's been a longtime friend, mentor, and Karl wrote a book called Common Sense Transition. I'm going to hold it up again this week. This is Karl's book. It's a call to action and a blueprint for change. Really got in depth with the show, and one of the things I love sitting down when doing or when talking with Karl is he always kind of puts things into perspective, and it's always kind of like a friendly reminder. So I sit down with Karl. Karl's a Army Ranger veteran. He's also the founder of Gallant Few. Go check that out, gallantfew.org. Gallantfew.org. And in this book, it's not, we talk about transition, but we also talk about what functional emotional fitness, functional spiritual fitness, functional social fitness, functional professional fitness, and functional physical fitness, what all of that means. And of course we talk about common sense. We talk about why he wrote the book, what veterans can do as they're getting ready to transition what active duty people can do as they're getting ready to transition back into the civilian world, and what the community can do to help make that transition a little easier for the veterans as well. You can purchase Karl's book on Amazon. He's also got an audio version of this as well. So check that out, and the links will be posted below here shortly after this live. Um, in talking with Karl, we also discussed, what's coming up with Gallant Few, what's been going on, and what's pretty exciting. Those of you that have followed us know that we've done stuff with Gallant Few in the past. They did their Run Ranger Run every February. Well, that's been changed. It is now called the Patriot Challenge. It's super exciting, and you can learn more about it by going to patriotchallenge.org. Patriot Challenge is a nationwide veteran transition advocacy and community fitness event. It brings together military and civilian patriots each February to raise funds for Gallant Few's transitions support programs, as well as a national and local military and veteran support initiatives. They got a lot of cool things going on. This is something new that they're doing, so make sure you check it out because I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to it next February. Excuse me, I'm getting a text here from somebody who you all might know, Patty Catter. Patty, I'm sure you're going to be watching this. If you're not, shame on you. Because you should be. You're sitting here texting me as I'm trying to do my live, knowing that that's going to distract me. Patty's show is called Wake Up with Patty Catter. And her show will be coming out every Friday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check out Patty's show. I've known Patty for years. She's like a sister. And if you've listened to the Decision Hour show, Patty is a reoccurring guest, and she hosted the show, co-hosted the show with me for a couple of years, and she is doing some great things. So shout out to her, and she's got a new company, apparel company out called the Patriotic Mermaid, I believe it is, and I'm sure if I got that wrong, she will quickly correct me on it. Patty, go ahead and post that below. Can you guys believe it's already tomorrow's August already? I can't believe it. I'm trying to think of what else. That's really it. That's all I got for the shows. We got more shows coming out today and tomorrow. So keep checking back as they post. I'm going to put a question out there for everybody. What would you guys like to see moving forward as we're starting to get into the fall? Coming into fall, school's right around the corner. Those of you that have kids know that you guys are probably getting ready for school. Are you guys doing online? Have they talked about going back to school wearing masks or anything like that? Anybody? If you're on right now and you have kids, leave a comment below and let me know what's going on in your area. August. What do you guys want to see in August? I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, whether it's shirts, coffee, hat, stickers, new car. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing a new car. But we got some new stuff coming out. What would you guys like to see? Leave a comment below, and I want to hear from you guys. This I do this weekly, give you guys updates with the shows and stuff like that. Gotten pretty good feedback from you guys, so I really appreciate that. Share this with your friends. I want to thank our sponsors right now. This week's sponsor, I got to give it out to Rick Roasters. There are roasters that does our coffee. We got several new lines of coffee coming out. First Due, Patrol, PRN, Lesson Plan is another one. Broken and Blessed, which just happens to be one of our shows. So thank you, Rick's Roasters, for your support and great coffee. Prospect Hill Flag Company, my buddy Joe. You can see his steel one back there if I can move and point. There it is, right there. That one right there. Check him out. as well. My buddy James Boggs, he's got a new company out for live. Man, I can't remember it, but James, love you, buddy. Thank you. Um, yeah, I mean that's really it for this week. Those are the updates. Like I said, check out heroesmediagroup.com for articles and new shows that are coming out in August. We're going to make that announcement next week once I've had a chance to talk with the rest of the new shows that are coming out. And that's really it. So thank you all for those of you that came on to leave a comment and to watch this live. And I will see you guys live from Wisconsin next Friday. Have a good week.